Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 13th. You have this dog card that says loyalty and determination on it, and also this wife card. It says wife and engagement on it. So if you are looking for love, this could be a person who is going to be loyal coming in for you. I always say, marriage cards don't say that you have to, get married to this person, or you don't have to get married right away, but, it can just represent marriage potential. We don't even have a person showing up yet. That could change in a second, but, again, sometimes the wife and engagement cards can just represent committing to your work, or, committing to making a change. I always look at the Eight of Pentacles as a really good card for personal growth, personal development, working on yourself, things like that. And even the Six of Pentacles can sometimes represent that as well, because the Six of Pentacles can say that you're giving to parts of yourself that you haven't been giving to, or you are just creating more balance in yourself as well. So, we do have the Lovers now, but again, we still don't have a person in this reading. So this could just say that you are committing to yourself. As a matter of fact, I am pretty sure your last reading was basically about this. Was kind of about committing to yourself or changes that you're making. You have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is usually quick success, or it can also represent a quick conclusion happening in your life, and it also represents things happening faster. We're definitely in a time of acceleration, so, I think for everyone could be experiencing changes that are happening faster and faster. The Eight of Wands is also about our focus. I feel that one thing that you should definitely kind of be married to is your focus. The Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It says when you know that something is going to work out for you, then it will work out for you. But he is fully committed to what he is doing. So I think that, that marriage card could even be saying that it's time for you to commit to your focus. And your focus could be anything that you want to improve, make better, anything you want to see grow in your life. Those are the things that you could be focusing on. And, that dog card says loyalty and determination on it. Determination is definitely a good keyword for 2025, I would say, Aries. So, the more committed you are to making something successful, the more likely it is that it will actually be successful. And the Seven of Wands is really about, making those deep commitments and really, really, really believing that you're going to accomplish something. Same thing with the Nine of Cups as well. The Nine of Cups is a card of fulfillment, very good card, and it can say make a wish. But the Nine of Cups, I believe, is a card of really being the energy that you want to be. So we really have to adopt the habits. We have to adopt the the energies of what we want. We have to kind of mimic success in a way, and we have to do all the things to surround ourselves with as much energy of what we want as we possibly can. Same thing with the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands can be a great card of manifestation. But the Eight of Wands, you can't be pulling in two directions. You have to only focus in one direction. So, you can't be saying I want to be successful, but I'm never successful, right? You can only focus in one direction. And so that's what I would do here with this energy. It's I hear it all the time where people are I want to make all this money, but nothing ever works for me. It's cut those words out of your life, that nothing ever works for you or whatever it is. The Eight of Wands is words as well. It is communication. So I would be very careful with how you communicate, and I would watch your words. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Lovers. Definitely could be love communication here. We go straight across to Lovers. And so this could be something that starts as communication here, Aries. It could be another fire sign. We'll see what comes up. Aquarius is also kind of standing out to me in this reading. I saw at the beginning that you had this Aquarius card, and you also end with the Star card. So, it could be an Aquarius or someone with Aquarius in their chart or whatever. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Five of Cups. I think you're ready to leave something behind, is really what this is saying. The Five of Cups, he's grieving the loss of these three cups right here. The whole story of the Five of Cups is that he's lost his taste for wine, and these cups are spilt wine, and so he is grieving the loss of something that he no longer enjoys. And the whole point of the Five of Cups is that sometimes we have to let go of something that we lost, that we no longer enjoy. And so I really feel this is encouraging you to let go of those things that you're still holding on to that you don't even want any longer, and this could be anything. With the Nine of Cups, you have the King of Wands. I feel like this is just your energy showing up in the reading. I feel like you're showing up in a strong position. Whenever you show up as yourself, it kind of puts you in a position of power and strength and allows you to get what you want from the reading. I also do, like, I think I said this to you in your January reading, that, I get this more, I do feel a more kind of like determined, focused energy from you, Aries, just in general this year. So, really good energy. I think that it could be a very good year for you. It's like, I think 2025 could still be a little bit crazy of a year. We'll probably see things that we never have before. We have Neptune changing signs. I've been saying this since 2016. Mark my words, bookmark this reading, and don't be surprised when something happens because I said it. But I think that, Neptune changing signs and going into your sign, Aries, is the removal of the illusion. So, there could be like truths or crazy things that happen in the world. And, through it all, I think that you are going to stay motivated, focused, determined, which is all good. Next, in the area of the goods, or what's coming in for you, you have this Cancer card. It says, nurture all that you love. Take time to care for your well-being, which we said at the beginning of the reading. We didn't say that, but basically. And nurture the things that you love. You have this Aquarius card. It says rebellion. It says think outside the box and stretch the boundaries of what could be. I think this is true for everyone, that everyone should be kind of thinking outside the box right now, innovating, coming up with new ideas. We have Pluto and Aquarius. People who think outside the box and are willing to, break the rules a little bit are going to be the people that are very successful moving forward into the future. So I would definitely do that with the Aquarius energy as well. You have the Six of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. Six of Swords is moving on to calmer shores, so there definitely could be improvements coming in for you with the Six of Swords. And again, I do feel you could be letting go of that Five of Cups, which is great, letting go of that, kind of like Five of Cups energy of, holding on to something you no longer enjoy or whatever the case may be. So I kind of just get this general moving forward type energy with the Six of Swords. With the Eight of Pentacles, again, Eight of Pentacles can represent mastering a craft or, apprenticeship. He is learning how to do something. He's almost done. He only has one more pentacle to complete. I kind of feel like you are working on yourself. Like I said, Eight of Pentacles is one of my cards that can represent working on yourself. And so he is diligently working towards completing something. I think a lot of you are just processing thoughts, things that you think about life, right? And sometimes when we process those thoughts, we can integrate the energy into our life and create change that way. And this could just be like opinions that you have about life, things that you want to experience in your life, all that stuff. And I really that's kind of what I get on the Eight of Pentacles is that it's talking about your personal growth or, it's talking about your growth in general. And I also think that it's talking about you kind of like integrating energies that you have learned into your life. You have the Two of Swords as well. Two of Swords is about thinking outside the box for sure. The Two of Swords is this or that thinking, and she needs to realize there's like another way to do things over here. I think a lot of people could be experiencing this as well, where it's like, I think we all have something that maybe isn't working as well as it used to, and this could have to do with money or finances. I think for most of you it is work, but it could be anything, right? And the Two of Swords is saying, well, it's not working because it's time to make a change, or it's time to do something different, and that's what I would do here with the Two of Swords. Like, I think the Two of Swords is really just encouraging natural evolution in your life, where it's like we all have to continue to grow. Well, we don't, but if we don't, then we're not going to like it. And I would just keep growing. With the Six of Swords, you have the Two of Wands. Yeah, it's like you're letting something go. He is standing at the top of his castle, and that's what he's letting go of. The story of the Two of Wands is that he rushed to a finish line. He built this castle that he's standing on top of, and now he has a whole world in his hands, and he could go and explore new things, but he thinks he knows everything. And really, the world in his hand kind of tells him that there are like many, many more experiences that he can have in his life. And so I think this is encouraging exploration or doing new things. And you have the Page of Wands right next to it. Yes, with the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Magician. I'm telling you right now, that Eight of Pentacles, very good for money, but I think this is all about you and the work that you're doing on yourself, because the Magician is a card of reinvention. He has this snake wrapped around his waist here. The snake is the Ouroboros, and it just represents reinvention. And we are definitely in a time where a lot of people, I think, are reinventing themselves or changing themselves. But you definitely seem to be like the top sign that is making changes to themselves in like who you are. And I like to remind people as well that this isn't like you are this isn't like you're doing it for fake reasons. It's like sometimes I think, people think that changing themselves would kind of create friction or something with the people in their life, and maybe it will, but it's like maybe you're fearing that people will call you fake because you're changing or something like that, right? But really, I don't think this is the types of changes where it's like you're changing for fake reasons. And on top of that, I think that, the thing about these types of changes that you're making is it's always been inside of you. You've always had this energy inside of you. So it's not like it wasn't there. It's just that maybe you haven't been highlighting certain parts of yourself. And now I feel like you are Aries. And, really, I think you're glowing. So love it. With the Two of Swords, you have the Fool. Definitely taking a leap of faith. I kind of get this energy of like, I can't take it anymore with the Two of Swords, because to go from the Two of Swords to the Fool, it's kind of like I feel like she is, pissed off and saying like, I'm just going to make a change, and I feel some of you could be embracing that energy where you're just in a situation, whatever it is, and you could be saying to yourself, I'm just going to do something different. I'm just going to, take this leap of faith. And that's really the energy I get off of the Fool. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this card that says your dreams need a practical plan. You have this card that says the end of a tough cycle approaches. I'm definitely, with the Eight of Wands and like all this focus energy here, I'm a big fan of a plan for you. So, any plan that you can come up with, I think would be a really good idea. And it could be very simple as well. I think sometimes people don't realize how it's like, even if you're trying to accomplish something that seems impossible, just coming up with like one step that you can take every single day. Again, it changed my life, developing that mindset. And, I really try to talk about it a lot because, again, it's very simple and it changed my life. So I would do it. Come up with a plan, even if it's only one small step. You have this end of a tough cycle approaches. So I think things are clearly improving. You have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is kind of a card that says you're overcoming a tough cycle. You have the Page of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. Page of Wands is definitely with that Two of Wands right next to it, is definitely talking about you going on an adventure or stepping out into the unknown. I think a lot of you have completed one stage. Again, if things aren't doing as well as they used to, like let's say you have a business and, maybe it's not like failing or anything, but, maybe just not doing as well as it did. I think the Page of Wands is encouraging, exploration of new ideas or growth or evolution. Again, as I always say to you, Aries, I don't think Aries has to like completely change what they're doing. I don't think you have to like quit your business or, quit your job. I think that you could just, get an upgrade or do something different. And I always get that feeling for you. I think the reason that I always say this to you as well is because like all the other signs are like quitting. So you are the only one that just seems to be like upgrading, if that makes sense. And I'm not saying, other people won't upgrade, but, it just seems to me like a heavier thing that you're dealing with. You have the Four of Swords. I would definitely like take time to rest, relax, recover, heal, take time for yourself. Seems to be very important this year of 2025. So definitely, I would listen to your body, like don't get burnt out. And especially the first quarter of this year, I would actually say for the first like third of this year. So, until the end of April, we have Mars retrograde until February 23rd. We're in the shadow until April 30th. So you might as well say the first third of the year, we really should be kind of like not forcing things to happen, not jumping to conclusions, taking our time. If we need rest, we should be taking it. If we need extra sleep, we should be taking it. And so, I would really listen to your body here. You have the Six of Pentacles. I really just get progress here. I feel for whatever reason, I don't really consider this a card of progress, but it is popping into my head. And again, not a bad message at all. So I think a lot of you could be experiencing progress on the things that you're working on and trying to get growing. I feel like you're very close to something as well. It's kind of an interesting, it's kind of like an interesting feeling. It's almost like you're doing something, I don't know, it's almost like you're doing something that you don't know you're good at or something. I don't really have a good example for you here, but it's like if you're doing something different than what you normally do, like for work or business, I would pay attention to that because it might be like a skill that you have that you don't know you have. With the Page of Wands, you have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, you are like moving towards fulfillment, and we have the Nine of Cups twice. And so the Nine of Cups, and with the Page of Wands, probably says that you are more in alignment in your life because the Nine of Cups, to get what he wants, he has to be in alignment, perfect alignment with what he wants. And I feel like you're saying, like, I kind of feel like you're saying no more to people in a good way. To be in alignment, we have to do the things that bring us into alignment. If we're doing things we don't want to do, and if we're not saying no to people, then we're not doing the right thing. So I think you're just doing more of the right thing here. With the Four of Swords, you have the Six of Swords. Again, look at this. We go from Six of Swords down to the Star card. So you're definitely heading towards better times here, Aries, and I think it's going to be a big improvement. You also have 2 6s. I love 2 6s. To me, 2 6s says you're on the right path. You're going the right direction. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Page of Pentacles. Again, something new. I think that a lot of you are definitely investing in something new, and I'm not talking about money either. You could just be investing more time, effort, energy, attention into something, and this could be a person. There could definitely be like an earth sign coming in for you, or it could be any sign, general reading, but, they're showing up as an earth sign, so, take it how it resonates. Next, in the good stuff, you have this Create and Immerse card. Yeah, I feel like you need to immerse yourself in your creations. You have the Star card. The thing about the Star card is that she is kind of just, it's a good card, don't get me wrong, but she is kind of like just dipping her toe in the water there, if it'll focus. And so she is like just dipping her toes in the water. Sometimes I feel with the Star card, if we're going to do something, we need to do it 110%. We need to go above and beyond and make it happen. And so I would like immerse yourself in what you're trying to create. You have the Lovers, the Three of Pentacles, and the Star. Like I said, definitely could be a love connection coming in for you. I don't think it's like a major theme in your reading, but it definitely shows up. So, if you're meeting a person or something, could be coming in for you. It could also be an air sign. I mean, you have Aquarius, you have Gemini here, so it could be any sign, but air definitely pops into my head as well. And I think that this could be a really good match for you, Aries. You have the Three of Pentacles, which says teamwork makes the dream work. If you are attracting love, I do like the Three of Pentacles, because Three of Pentacles in love can be like two people who are working towards one goal. They're like working towards this right here, like towards creating something. And I think having goals in relationships is important. And if you're with a person where you're already on the same page, then that makes things a lot better. And so definitely could be that type of person. I also feel that a lot of you, he's getting recognition for the work that he's done. And so I feel a lot of you could be getting more recognition for what you have accomplished or for the things that you've done so far. You have the Star card. The Star card can, of course, represent blessings or, kind of like wish fulfillment, especially in the good stuff. I do get that, it's coming up in the good stuff, but I do get that feeling of that's saying if you're going to do something, you need to go all the way. You need to really make sure to invest everything you got into it. With the Lovers, you have the Seven of Wands. I kind of feel like someone is opening up here in a lot of ways. Whether it's you or a person, I'm not sure. But, I feel that, and really, as I said that, I heard in my head both. So I think everyone is opening up here. So if you are interested in a person, it's like you're becoming more open and they're becoming more open, which is good. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Five of Wands. I definitely encourage fire signs towards competition right now. This is a card of conflict and competition, but it's coming up in the good stuff. I think fire has a really good opportunity, you being a fire sign, have a really good opportunity to like rise above the competition. The thing about the Three of Pentacles is he has this water triangle right below the fire triangle at the top. And so the water triangle says that he has something just a little bit extra special than the competition, in this case with the Five of Wands. He has something that, it kind of represents the fact that he went a little bit above and beyond what he was supposed to create. And so I feel that a lot of you could be like standing out above the competition, which is great. With the Star, you have the King of Pentacles. Definitely could be an earth sign that you're attracting. It could be like air with earth, earth with air, something like that. But the King of Pentacles is also a great love card because it can represent a person who is here to stay. And, I like that a lot. You have this Flute card. It says disappointment in a friend or lover. Five of Cups. Again, I would let go of the past, like I said already in the beginning of the reading, for sure. You have this Inkpot card that says problems to be resolved. I would be careful of blowing things out of proportion is what I'm getting here. Mars retrograde, it's like sometimes like one little thing can lead to a big thing. Meaning you wake up in the morning, maybe you stub your toe. Because you're pissed off, then you start your day pissed off. Then you get in the car, and because you're pissed off, you attract a person who like flips you off. Then you're more pissed off. Then your boss yells at you. You know what I'm talking about? It's like that negative snowball. So I feel like this is saying like get ahead of those negative snowballs. Don't allow it to turn into some sort of, don't let bad days turn into bad weeks, bad months, right? And I think, really that's the energy you get there, is you need to get ahead of that. You have this January card and this claw card. It says, be careful, do not take risks. Yes. So for the rest of the month, I would just like stick to a plan. I think that's the type of risk this is encouraging you to not do. If you have a plan, stick to it for the entire month and, see it through to the end and see what happens. I think the risks that, could be tempting you are distractions, moving you in a new direction. And so I would stay focused. You have this key card. It says successful outcome to your problems. There you go. Wouldn't even worry about your problems. So good. You have this heart card. It says love, deep affection, and caring. Yeah, I definitely feel there's love here, Aries, so something good coming in. But this looks really, really good, Aries. I like where this is going. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.